Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Science. So Mercury has turned retrograde. In this content, I am going to talk about that what does it means for us. That is for all the 12 ascendant signs. Mercury and Mars both are conjunct in the sign of Scorpio at this moment of time, and Mercury has turned retrograde. If I talk about the dates, 10th of November, Mercury has turned retrograde, and this retrogression will be until 29th of November 2025. Depending upon your time zone, it can be 9th of November also. But if I talk about Indian Standard Time, then with respect to that, 10th of November, Mercury turned retrograde in Scorpio, and during this particular retrograde motion, Mercury will also change the sign. That is, it will re-enter the sign of Libra on 23rd of November, and it will stay in the retrograde motion in Libra, and on 29th of November 2025 Mercury turns direct in Libra. Then again it will come forward and it will move and it will jump into the sign of Scorpio. But this is the story, that these are the dates when Mercury will be in the retrograde motion. And one important thing is that during this retrograde motion, Mercury will move backwards with respect to the longitudinal degrees. That means Mars and Mercury will move ahead, because Mars is moving forward and Mercury is going backward, which is a good thing because Mars is afflicting Mercury during this particular transit. So what it means for every one of us, I will discuss all of it with respect to all the 12 ascendant signs. And yes, if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new content you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. Your comments are always welcome to me, and if you like this content, press the like button and share it to your near and dear ones. So come, let us talk about all the 12 ascendant signs. For the Aries ascendant, Mercury is turning retrograde in the 8th house in the sign of Scorpio, getting conjunct with Mars. Mars is the ascendant lord here. So this is very important transit of Mercury in the retrograde motion for the all Aries people. This will bring deep emotional transformation within you, particularly with respect to how you express your emotions. So during this particular time, it is advisable that you don't get into any unnecessary conflicts, indifferences, fights or arguments, because there is a chance that you might end up expressing your emotions very impulsive and aggressive way. There can be some kind of anger related argument. So it is advisable that you have a proper control over your anger or over your emotions during this particular phase of Mercury retrogression. Now this can be with respect to your inner feelings, secrets or any hidden matter which is kept deep inside your mind. All of a sudden those can get expressed, come into forward. Okay, so this is very important time with respect to you and with whom you are getting connected. Any matter related to finances, particularly finances of others, shared resources, shared assets, might get delayed, might get stuck, or you might also need a reevaluation of all those things. So if you are taking a major decision regarding all those matters, I will say wait. Don't be impulsive while taking this kind of decisions regarding the money matters, particularly if it is associated with shared resources or something like that. You might also reconsider any matter related to taxes, insurance, inheritance matters, okay, or anything related to unearned wealth. Work related to those things also might get delayed during this particular time, or it might require some kind of revisit. Okay, particularly with respect to partnership and how you are connecting with your partner, particularly in the personal or professional, whatever it may be, hidden emotions will come forward. So it is advisable, or take it as an opportunity, that resolve any past matters before you commit into something new. Okay, because 8th house is second from the 7th house. So if 7th house is partnership, 8th house is continuation of that partnership. Okay, duties and responsibilities towards it. So it is even more important. And it also indicates our secrets, our hidden transformations. So this becomes very important. Okay, so make sure that you use this time as an opportunity and make sure that you don't get into any kind of impulsive behavior, so that the present matters might get disturbed, because don't forget that Mercury will turn direct on 29th of November, and this short period of time, if we take care properly, it would be highly beneficial for every one of us. Okay, so that's it for the Aries ascendant people. For the Taurus ascendant people, the retrogression of Mercury is happening in the 7th house, and Mercury is conjunct with 7th Lord Mars. Mars is also the 12th Lord, that's a different story, but Mars is the 7th Lord, and Mercury is retrograde over here. Any matter related to relationship, partnership, or contracts, legal matters, legal issues might get resurfaced, or you might require some kind of re-evaluation regarding that. So before you commit into a relationship, before you get into a relationship, suppose if you're thinking to get into a new partnership or bonding or some kind of collaboration or in any kind of relationship, make sure that you resolve the past matters. And in your current partnership, be it professional, be it personal, before you get along and make sure that you take some new decisions, all the past matters which you might have thought that it was already settled might resurface. It might require some kind of renegotiations, and this becomes very, very important. And when I say renegotiations and past matters coming forward, this also indicates that any old business ties, any old partnership ties, old relationship matters might come forward. You might also get connected by any people whom you used to know from your past. It can be related to your work, partnership, business, or even personal relationship, or someone who is very much well connected with you might resurface in your life. So it is advisable that during this particular time, any matter related to partnership, relationship, or means it can be between two couples, all the past matters should be taken care of, because there will be all of a sudden arguments, miscommunications. Okay, it can be at any level. So take it as an opportunity that revisit those matters, have a proper, well settled communication that will give you very good results. I can also see anything related to old contracts, legal matters might also resurface. So avoid getting into any new brand deals or collaborations or any partnership matters right now. Even if you are thinking to get into a relationship right now, then I would say that wait until the retrogression phase is over. Okay, then only reconsider it and rethink it. That will be advisable. One more thing is that any matter related to finances, don't take any impulsive decision regarding that. Okay, so that's it for the Taurus ascendant people. For the Gemini ascendant people, Mercury is the ascendant lord itself, and Mercury is retrograde in the 6th house in conjunction with 6th lord Mars. So this retrograde motion of Mercury is directly associated with your daily life schedules, your work management, your service, your job, your work in daily life, what you do in daily life with respect to regularity, perfection, your health issues, your health matters. So you might face some kind of delays in your daily work, or you might see that there is a repetition of work going on, which might be at times very much tiresome. You might also feel that I am doing the same work and I am keeping on doing work, I am getting restless. So there can be lack of rest, laziness, lethargy within you. You might also feel that I am not getting enough support from my colleagues, from my co-workers, or they are always there to pinpoint my mistakes. During this particular time, you might also feel that I am getting disturbed by my rivals, or my competitive spirit is getting directly challenged. So you have to bring a balance between your work and your personal peace of mind, because Mercury will also impact your 5th house by its virtue of retrograde motion. So this is a time of improving your creative skills, back to the basics, which you are good at. Work on that. That will improve your work. That will also bring a fresh way of your methods of your work. Okay, that will really make you more perfect, because I can see that during this particular time there can be some mistakes at your work which can directly impact your name and fame in front of your authorities, in front of your superiors, because there is a chance that you might not get much help from your co-workers and colleagues. So and also take care of your health, particularly related to anything related to like stomach and digestive issues. Okay, these are the things which needs to be taken care of. Yes, skin problems, some kind of skin issues can be there, nervous system problem, and particularly with respect to skin, what I can say. Okay, these are the things which needs to be taken care of. So that's it for the Gemini ascendant people. For the Cancer ascendant people, the retrogression of Mercury is happening in the 5th house in conjunction with 5th lord Mars. For the Cancer ascendant people, Mars is also the Yoga Karaka planet, and Mercury is retrograde in the 5th house. So many changes can be there. There can be a time when you might reconsider to think about your creative skills, or you might want to revisit your hobbies or anything which you are good at, anything of your past which needs to be taken care of regarding your creativity, regarding your talent, any matter related to your love matters, okay, from the past might revisit or might resurface in your life. So it can be any partner, okay, or anyone whom you like the most from your past might all of a sudden resurface in your life. There can also be problem in like commitment issues during this particular time, or you might take some time to reconsider that whether should I go ahead or not. So during this phase I would say that don't get into a new relationship, particularly where you are thinking that okay, I like this person. Don't commit all of a sudden during this particular time. Take some time until and unless Mercury turns direct. Don't get into a new relationship. In fact, I would say that if you are already in some partnership or relationship, then particularly where love and romance is considered, or you are getting too much passionate about a person, try to reconsider any past matters which needs to be resolved. Okay, any matter related to your children, you might also get worried regarding the behavior of your children, because they might all of a sudden get very impulsive, very aggressive, or you might feel that they are not listening to you. So have a very calm and composed uh, behavior and nature towards them, so that you will be able to understand them more properly. Since Mercury happens to be your 12th lord and your 3rd lord, so at times you might also feel that whatever efforts and actions I'm taking right now, it is not getting fulfilled, or I have to put repetitive work. You might also feel disinterested at your work during this retrogression of Mercury, but since it is a very short period of time, so if taken care properly, this won't be a problem. Okay. Another thing is that try to avoid any short travels or movement or relocation during this phase. Okay, or if you're planning, then there can be some kind of delays, or there can be some kind of like money getting stuck or some kind of losses. Okay, so these are the matters which needs to be taken care of. So that's it for the Cancer ascendant people. For the Leo ascendant people, Mercury retrograde is happening in the 4th house, and it is getting conjunct with Mars. Mars is also the Yoga Karaka planet for Leo ascendant. Mars is the 4th lord. It is also the 9th lord, but it is happening in the 4th house with 4th lord Mars. So this becomes even more important. So any matter related to your home or old property matters, old family matters might resurface during this particular time, since it is happening in the 4th house. You might also feel that whatever I do, I am not getting enough comfort, luxury, or happiness. Something is missing. There can be outburst of emotions, particularly with respect to anger, anxiety is concerned. Any matter related to home, family might be a reason of discomfort for you. One more thing, during this particular time, try to avoid any signing any deals related to property matters, or related to buying or selling of any property, or even related to vehicles. Okay, or anything related to like agricultural lands, real estate, Okay, if you are associated with any kind of work related to all these matters, okay, in those ways also, in those sectors also, you might feel some kind of like obstacles are there. You are getting stuck or you are getting delayed in your plan of actions are concerned. You might also feel that whatever efforts I am putting, it is not enough, it is getting delayed. So take some time, reevaluate the things that where it is getting missed. So any matter which was not checked properly in the past should be taken care of now, so that in the fast forward, when you go forward, as the days and months goes by, those areas will give you much more better results. Only one more thing I will add here is that make sure that you don't get into a new signing of paper related to property matters and all those things. It is very important. uh, as I said, that home environment will be somehow you might feel that there is some kind of discomfort going on. Okay, so there can be some kind of arguments or indifferences or conflicts with the people who are very much near and dear to you. Take care regarding the health of your mother, and on certain terms you might also feel that you are getting some kind of like indifferences with how you and your mother connect, or how see things and how you think. Okay, so in that way also it can be impacted. One more thing, at your work level also you might see that the projects are getting delayed. Okay, you think something, and when you execute it, when you plan it, and when you implement it, the things are getting differentiated. Okay, so in that way it might get delayed. So these are the things which needs to be taken care of for the Leo ascendant people. For the Virgo ascendant people, Mars and Mercury are conjunct in the third house. Mercury is retrograde, Mercury is the Lagna Lord, so it becomes very important for the Virgo ascendant people. You might feel that your efforts and actions are getting reiterated, repeated for the same course of action, for the same goal, for the same aim. So you plan something, and when you go to execute the plan or implement it, so you might feel that okay, it is never enough. So you have to repeat it multiple times. During this particular time, avoid rashful communication. Why? Because Mars is also there. Because there can be outburst of anger, or you might feel that whenever you are communicating with someone, you are getting into some kind of indifferences or conflicts, or picking up fights, arguments. So, and you might feel that somehow there is a some kind of competitive spirit, unnecessary competitive spirit, which was not required between you and anyone in your daily contacts. It can be friends, it can be even younger siblings also. Okay, or anyone in your day-to-day life whom you meet with every with him or her every day. Unnecessary competitive spirit can disturb the bonding between you and that person. Okay, there can be unnecessary arguments and impulsive behavior. Okay, so that might also get reflected in your communication style, your nature, regarding how you express your emotions in front of the world. The most important part here is that it is advisable that what if you think how you implement your work, your ideas in front of the world, so that it can help you with respect to your work and everything, your daily life, your job and career. So make sure that anything which was not taken care of in the past should be done properly. This also indicates your creative talents, this also indicates your hobbies, or anything which you are good at, but you didn't give enough hit to it, you didn't give enough concentration and attention to it in the past. Now this is a very good opportunity that you take care regarding that, because Mars is the third lord, so you can use the energy of Mars over here. Okay, in that regard, take it positively, and you will see that more better results will be followed in the upcoming days. Okay, make sure that you don't get into any rashful communication, that is very important. Okay, otherwise the people who are going to help you, they might feel that okay, there is some unnecessary stuffs going on, and you might lack the help which normally you used to get. Okay, so that's it for the Virgo ascendant people. For the Libra ascendant people, this Mercury retrogression is happening in the second house in conjunction with Mars. Mars is here, the second lord. Mars is also your seventh lord, for that sake, but it is happening in the second house. So second house is the house of speech, family, money, and Mercury has the signification related to speech. Mercury also signifies money. Okay, business. So this is a time where any matter related to family matters or family ties or finances might revisit, and you might require to reevaluate all those matters. So it is advisable that you don't take any new decision regarding investments or money related matters, or before you sign any contract, or before you sign in any money related matters, or even purchasing something. Okay, anything which requires huge investment, this should be avoided in this particular time, because you might feel that the money is getting stuck or the things are getting delayed. So unnecessarily that may delay the work. So it's better that you wait for the certain amount of time when Mercury gets finally direct, and then you can think about it. Okay, there can also be a situation when you will like to speak your mind, or your words or your way of conveying your emotions, your expression of your thoughts can be very aggressive, it can be very impulsive, because of the influence of Mars over there, and Mercury is retrograde. Okay, so there can be like picking up fights unnecessarily, it was not required, but something which is going on, and you might feel that okay, it should be in this way, and suddenly you say something, and it can lead to problems between you and the people who are very near and dear to you, because it is happening in the second house of family. Okay, so unnecessarily it can lead to some kind of indifferences which was not required. Secondly, since it is happening in the house of the family, money and other things means anything which is under your possession, or anything which is very near and dear to you, anything of the past which might come forward now, should be resolved with well maintained and well mannered communication. If you are able to do that, you will see that the past matters will be resolved, and it will give you a second chance, so that in the fast forward, in the upcoming days and months, things will be much more better between you and your family members. And with respect to finances and budget and money expenditures and other things also, you will see that if you take care now, things will be better in the upcoming days and months. Okay, one more thing, during this particular retrogression of Mercury, I would say that make sure that you have a proper cordial bonding between you and your partner, particularly if you are in any kind of relationship or any partnership, be it professional, be it personal. Okay, I would say that try to maintain a proper cordial bonding between you and your partner, because there can also be unnecessary conflicts between you and that person. Okay, so that is what I can say. One more thing is that there can be some kind of conflicts, or you might re-question or rethink the ideologies put down by your mentors, your father or elders of the family. Okay, so it's better to go back to the basics, rethink about it, and then resolve the matters. Okay, so that's it for the Libra ascendant people. For the Scorpio ascendant people, Mercury is retrograde in the first house with the first lord Mars. Mars is the ascendant lord for the Scorpio ascendant people. So this is happening in the first house itself. So it will directly impact your personality. So this is a very good time, that is this Mercury retrogression phase in presence of Mars. Very good time for self improvement, and also revisiting, reevaluating your own personality, your nature, your decision making skills, day to day life decisions, punctuality and discipline. Now that discipline can be at any point of your work and everything. Okay, this will also directly impact your bonding with your partner, relationship, interpersonal relationship, I would say. It can be related to your personal relationship or professional relationship, it can be between any two person I'm talking about, but particularly with your own partner, I would say this will directly impact, because at the same time it is a scope for self improvement, but at the same time this will also impact leading to some kind of miscommunication between you and your partner. So it becomes very important that your words, your nature, your behavior should not be that much aggressive or impulsive that it might lead to some kind of communication gap between you and your partner. Okay, this is very important. Another thing is that any past matters should be resolved, or you should have that patience within you, or you should give it a time. Let it be delayed, even if it is taking it some time, let it be. Have the patience, have some time, and resolve it. You will see that matters will be much more well to do in the upcoming days and months. Even if you are single, if you are thinking that okay, I'm getting into a new relationship or something like that, before you commit into a new relationship or new partnership, make sure that Mercury turns direct, because during this particular time you might also get into some impulsive decisions. Okay, now why I say, because Mars and Mercury will be directly aspecting the seventh house. Seventh house is partnership, and how you express your ideas, it will be directly impacting the other people. Okay, so during this particular time, one more thing is that, means if I talk about positively, you will have a very sharp mind, sharp way of communicative skills. So you will speak your mind, you will be able to act upon certain things which normally you wouldn't do. You wouldn't have the, means you would normally feel that okay, I can avoid it. But now, since Mars and Mercury both are there in the first house and Mercury is retrograde, so you will have the courage that okay, let it be, I will face it, I will face the challenges. Okay, so in the positive side, this is the good thing, but there is a catch phase. On the negative side, it also indicates acting upon something without rethinking or without giving it a thought. So it might happen that impulsively you take a decision, or you say something, or you react on to something without thinking the consequences. That is not right. Okay, so that can impact the interpersonal relationship between you and your partner or any person you are connecting with. Okay, so very good time for self improvement, personality, decision making. Okay, rethink about that, and you will see that the things will get much more better with time. Okay, so that's it for the Scorpio ascendant people. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, Mercury is retrograde in the 12th house, and it is conjunct with Mars. Mars is the 5th lord, Mars is the 12th lord. Now, since Mercury is retrograde in the 12th house, so there can be confusion, there can be miscommunications, unnecessary miscommunications. So during this particular time, before you express any thoughts or you say something, make sure that you are not revealing your secrets, or whom to trust and whom not to trust. Any past matters might get, must come, I mean, all of a sudden might come forward in front of you, because Mercury is also your 7th lord, it is also your 10th lord also. So anyone from your past, or any old ties, old contracts, or any old legal matters, all of a sudden may come forth in front of you. Or you might also get connected by any of your old employers, superiors, or authorities. During this particular time also, I would say that you should be very much certain towards righteousness, honesty, dharma, and particularly with respect to government rules and norms. This is very important, because suppose you are doing everything on your will, that okay, let it be, and suppose you are getting into some kind of problems. Okay, so there is a chance that you might get penalized, or you might get called upon by your authorities or superiors. It can be government also, or it can be at your work also. Okay, so this becomes very important. There can be miscommunications with your partner, present partner I'm talking about. It can be professional, it can be personal, it can be anything related to love and romance, or any partnership which you are in right now. Okay, there can be revisit of memories at the subconscious level. There can be restlessness or lack of sleep, or sleep schedule getting disturbed all of a sudden. Okay, so any past matters might getting coming forward. Okay, it can be old ties or something like that also. So that's it for the Sagittarius ascendant people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Mercury is retrograde in the 11th house in conjunction with Mars. Mars is the 11th lord itself here. So any past matter related to your gains or money related matters or income which was getting delayed or which was getting stuck in the past, all of a sudden you will see that it is getting cleared off. You are getting success in that. But in the present situation, in your work, in your business, or any matter related to money or income scheme, or any business matter or expansion of business, in the present day situation I'm talking about, that might get stuck, that might get delayed. Or you might feel that I was very near to success, I was very near to the that stipulated growth or achievement which I feel, but suddenly it got stuck, suddenly it required some kind of rework or revisit. So you will see that since it is happening in the house of social communication, network circle, so you might also feel that I'm not getting enough help from my team members. particularly for the people who are working in a multinational company, or who are working in a team, who are working in a group. If you are working with some partners, okay, in your business or in your enterprise or trade, okay, you might also feel that reconsidering their opinions. So this is a time when you should be very much careful that how you impose your own opinions to them. There can be all of a sudden like that heightened emotions, okay, in the aggressive manner, like there can be like indifferences or conflicts between you and your friends or colleagues or anyone from your network circle. So you have to work on that, okay. But I will say, since it is happening in the 11th house, 11th house is the house of gains. This retrogression of Mercury will definitely bring some good results in the upcoming days and time, because it will directly impact how you think and approach towards the betterment of your work and business. So this is a time to reevaluate your ideologies regarding how you work and how you think that, okay, these are the things which I need to achieve in my life, okay. So in that way, you will see that more you work on it, you will get better results. One more thing is that during this particular time you might also feel that there is some kind of ideological differences between you and your father or you and your mentors with respect to achievements in your life or developments in your life, okay, regarding how you achieve the aims and objectives in or purpose of your life, okay. So there can be ideological differences. And don't get into any kind of new relationship right now, I would say. Particularly, suppose if you are thinking that, okay, I love that person or I like that person, even if you get any new proposals during this particular time, wait some time until Mercury turns retrograde. Mercury turns direct, okay, because now retrogression is going on. As soon as Mercury turns direct, the energy will change, and then you can take a decision and think about it, okay. So that's it for the Capricorn ascendant people. For the Aquarius ascendant people, Mercury is retrograde in the 10th house with the 10th Lord Mars. So this has a direct impact on your name, fame, work and career. So during this particular time you will have added duties and responsibilities on your shoulder. So you will have to have more patience, more critical thinking regarding your work, because you cannot just act without thinking in your work, because there will be a chance of mistakes. You have to check each and every mails, documents and all working papers before you finally make sure that, okay, this thing is done, this is cleared off, because repetition of work is seen, or any past work or any past projects might be coming to you that, okay, these are the things which need to be taken care of. So you might feel that, okay, the project was almost done, but suddenly something has come, I have to recheck it. So workload is going to increase during this particular time for the Aquarius ascendant people. So you need to be even more careful, because your work, your ideologies and your thought process will be checked by your authorities and superiors. During this particular time you might also feel that, okay, I am doing each and everything correct, but still something or the other is happening, or there can be a chance of impulsive behavior between you and your superiors or anyone in the working environment. Try to avoid it. Have a proper control over your aggression, impulsion and anger, okay. Because small matters can lead to arguments or conflicts. At your home also you will see that you might feel that, okay, I'm not getting support from my domestic um, part of my life, okay. You might feel that people are not understanding my inner feelings and everything. This kind of situation can be there. You might also reconsider your creative skills or your creative talent, or this is a very good time to work on anything which you are good at but you didn't give enough importance to it, and that might be really helpful in your work life. Like it can be anything related to your creative intelligence, your creative skills, which talent which you already had but you are not thinking about it, but now you might give it a chance and it will really be helpful to you, okay. People who are associated with anything related to teaching, learning, consulting, communication, because nowadays everything is more or less communication, okay. So if you're directly associated with speech, writing, research, okay, connecting with multiple people, reading, writing, whatever it can be, you should be very careful regarding how you connect, what you say and what you express. Each and everything should be checked before you go forward towards it. So that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people. For the Pisces ascendant people, Mars and Mercury are conjunct in the 9th house and Mercury is retrograde. Mars is the 9th lord. This Mercury retrogression will directly impact your spiritual belief system, higher knowledge. Means you might reconsider or question your philosophical ideas, your morals, your ethics, or any kind of teachings which have been imparted to you by your mentors, guides, teachings of your guru or father. So there can be means with respect to your belief system, on the grounds of your belief system, there can be some kind of clashes between you and your mentors or your father or elders of your family. So this is a very good time and advisable that go back to your core, go back to your that basics with respect to your philosophy, with respect to the spiritual knowledge. So very good time to adhere to ancient scriptures, because that will give you the answer that what is right, what is morally correct, and what is the actual true basis of righteousness. So going through the ancient scriptures will give you much more relief, because you will understand the core matter. One thing is that when you are in a spiritual group or when you are interacting with people with respect to your own belief system, spiritual ideas or religious ideas, there is a chance that you might at times become very adamant and you might impulsively put forward your own thoughts. Avoid it, because that might lead to some kind of conflicts. Okay, there is a chance of miscommunication between you and your partner also, because Mercury is your um, seventh lord. With respect to home matters, domestic matters also, there can be certain things which needs to be taken care of during this particular time. Old matters might revisit, old relationship matters might revisit. Okay, so you have to be very careful regarding that. So it also indicates old ties. Okay, because it is Mercury is your seventh lord. Anyone from your past may all of a sudden come in your life and can bring certain situations where you have to reconsider your ethics, your righteousness. Okay, so these are the things which needs to be taken care of. Another thing is that who are associated with anything related to studies, higher learning, they might face some kind of delays, or they might face some kind of like they are getting stuck, or they are getting a lack of interest in their studies. Okay, so long distance travel should be avoided, and any business ties or like collaborations or expansion of your work in some faraway place which requires long distance movement, those long distance business ties should be reconsidered, or you might want to reconsider it. Or suppose if you are thinking to get into it, then I would say that wait for some time. Don't make a major decision or don't sign a paper which requires that long distance travel with respect to business or expansion of business or work. Okay, so for that I would say that wait until Mercury turns direct. So these are the things for the Pisces ascendant people. Okay, if you have liked this video, press the like button, share it to your near and dear ones, and I would say that next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some another interesting content. And if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new content you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. So I'm signing over today. Thanking you. Bye bye.